Here we got some backup video and audio running. That's good. We need that. We do. Back it up. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Mary, the baby doesn't come out of your navel. Let me tell you how it is. There's a special opening just in front of the place where you have your BM.
He'd bite your neck and give you the gleet.
The morning stream smells like apple pie.
And we're back to the show called The Morning Stream. Hey, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's The Morning Stream for Thursday, October 17th, 2024. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett.
Hello, and happy Thursday. Happy last regular episode of the week before we kick off our brand new Patreon Friday show.
Yep.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, TMS Fridays. Tomorrow, you got to be a patron to get in there, so you still have time. Just like $1 will get you in. Super cheap. $1 a month. What insanity is that?
$1 a month. Come on. And, and if you feel a little froggy, go $2. Like, live a little.
Yeah.
Come on.
What are you talking? $24 a year?
Loosen the tie. Loosen the tie and go $2.
Yeah. Open that wallet wide. Let it breathe. Don't be such a cheapskate. But anyway, it'll be tomorrow, and we're excited. We got a lot to talk about there. So tune in. Today, though, big stuff. Wendi will be here later. We've missed her a couple of weeks in a row, and it's a good time. It's a good thing we're doing it today because I don't think she's here next Thursday because she has. Wow. Kim's flying there to watch her kids while they do their anniversary thing, and I think that means she'll be gone Thursday because they're gone for like a whole 7 days. So, So anyway, so I'm going to be a bachelor again for like another week.
Another week? Wow.
Yeah, it's going to suck, but it's Carter and I will make do. Her friend Alicia, who lives with us right now, is actually in France at some kind of art. Residency thing, and so it's just her and I, us and the dogs, and that'll be fun. I think I'm gonna make her watch some movies that she's never seen. Kind of, In fact, I think the next series might be Predator. But here's our Predator watch. We watched. I forgot to say we watched Romulus because it's out now.
Romulus. Oh right, yes.
So we did
streaming. Okay, good.
Yeah, we got it right under the wire, mostly thanks to KT Data, but also it's out. All right, because we had to ensure that we saw it before she left because she was leaving the very next day.
Perfect.
Anyway, they loved it, and I think that this is now if not their favorite, it's right up there with 1 and 2.
Really?
Like everybody else. That's how I feel about Romulus. I'd put it right up there with 1 and 2. I'd put it like a very close third.
I think I still might put. There's so much of Romulus I like though. I still might put Covenant and Prometheus before it because I really like the world building. I really like the setup in that. It's so hard because I put all those movies. They're all so tightly clustered up at the top of the list.
Yeah, and things like Resurrection kind of have their legs hanging out of the side a little bit.
Sure. Yes, exactly.
But they're all in there. It's an easy
one to put last.
Yeah.
For me, it's an easy one to put last, but it's still it's still a B- movie.
Yeah. They're all in the same carriage. Just some of them are pushed to the side a little bit,
A little bit, a little bit.
We enjoyed the hell out of it, though. And anyway, the point of that is, we're thinking about Predator next, but here's the Predator watch plan. Predator, Predators, Prey. And that's it. Everything else gets skipped. We're not doing 2. It's a piece of shit. We're not doing Predator or The Predator. That sucks. That's terrible. The recent one, ish one, but then Prey, the most recent, that one rocks. It's on Netflix right now.
One's so good. Yeah,
so good. Yeah. So I'm thinking we may just do like 3 movies and be done with that series. I don't know.
That's a pretty good setup. Yeah, no, skip all the AVP stuff. Let them watch that if they really feel like they need to expand things. But
yeah, they can do that on their own. I'm not rewatching those.
Exactly. Only way I'll watch those again is if you guys make me for Film Sack. That's it.
Yeah. And if we do that, we're only doing the first one because Requiem, the sequel, is really, really, really bad. The first one's okay. It's like kind of fan fiction fun, but the second one's just a piece of terrible meat. It's awful.
Have we not done any of the AVP stuff? I know we did Predators.
Nope, no AVP.
And we did Predator, but no AVP stuff. Okay.
Yeah, we did Predators. I think we did Predators, didn't we? The one with the broken nose. What's his name? McGee. What's his name? Pianist guy with a broken nose.
Yes, Adrian
Brody. That's it.
Brody. Thank you.
You had Adrian, I had Brody. Together we made a man.
We're like the Reese's peanut butter cup of memory retention is what we are.
So,
By the way, for the Salem's Lot, are we watching the 2000? Are we watching the 79 miniseries or the 2004 miniseries?
I think it's the 79 one, but we should check with the boys.
I'm going to check with Randy because I just realized I think both are on Max right now.
Yeah, let's check with those guys because I'm not 100%. I'm glad you asked. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. I forgot there were two, to be honest.
I'll throw a question in here. I bet Randy actually probably put the year next to it.
I kind of wish it was the 2024 one, but that's not fully out yet, right? It's only parts of it.
It's 2004, I think.
Isn't there one this year? There's a brand new one this year, I think.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah, like on.
I saw something get.
On Max, I think.
No, I have not seen. Yeah, I think that was just promoting the 2004 miniseries.
Really? I swear there's a brand new one. I swear.
Really?
I'm positive.
Okay.
Maybe. But maybe I'm smoking crap.
I don't doubt you.
What's the? I forgot the name of the movie. What is it?
Okay, it's Salem's Lot. Lot. Everybody's agreeing there is a brand new one as well. So that's just not on Wikipedia yet.
Too new, I guess.
There's the. Oh no, there it is. It's just a film. Okay, the other two are miniseries, 79 and 2004. 2024 is a film.
Gotcha. Here it is. Yep.
Just came out October 3rd.
Alfred Woodard, Lewis Pullman. Yeah. I don't know who that is. Is that Bill Pullman's son? Probably. Bill Camp.
Yes, he is. Exactly who he is.
Cool. I kind of wish we were watching that because guess what, Brian? That movie's only... the new movie's only an hour 54 minutes. The 75 thing is 3 hours.
I like the sound of that a lot. Yeah, I don't know, having to do 3 hours. Oh my God.
It's a lot. Maybe we should have planned differently, but oh well. What are you going to
do? Randy confirms 1979 Salem's Lot.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll watch 1 hour tonight, 1 hour the next night, and another hour the following night.
Don't we all sound excited about that? Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to have a blast with it, but that's so much content. Gosh dang it.
Hutch.
Yeah, it's a lot.
David Soul. David Soul is your dude. Hutch from Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, that's our guy?
That's our guy.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
Was he Hutch or was he... No, he wasn't Starsky. He was the blonde. He was Hutch.
I remember nothing. It's a Luke Duke is who I always confuse him with.
That's right, exactly.
Oh, the Rob Lowe's the 04 one? I've never even heard of that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
That's got a cast, though. Andre Brower, Donald Sutherland.
I know. I kind of wish we were watching that one.
Rutger Hauer. Can we change gears and see that? That's only an hour 31.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a miniseries, so it's got. You think you're looking at one episode, aren't you? Or is it?
Shit. Only 2 episodes. How long are they?
Probably an hour and a half each.
You're probably right. Let's see.
Yeah, running time 181 minutes, so 3 hours and 1 minute.
Ah, damn it.
I know.
Yeah, the IMDb listing, for the header, they show 1 hour 31. They mean each.
Yeah,
bastards.
They mean each. Yeah.
All right.
Cromwell's in that. Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, why don't we switch gears and do this one?
Donald Sutherland. Why aren't we watching that one? Damn it.
Oh, I heard a thing. You want to hear a thing about Kiefer Sutherland I learned?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So my neighbor, my friend Darren and his wife Ruth Ann, they used to live in Toronto, or she did. And when she lived up there for a long time, when she was much younger, she worked in a hair salon. She was doing hairstyle stuff. And they would get some celebrities in there sometimes that were either Canadian themselves or were there filming in Toronto for some reason in Toronto, as opposed to Vancouver or something else. Oh, and she got... Keanu Reeves came in once, and she said he was, and this is right around the time of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure or Bogus Journey, one of the two, said that Keanu Reeves was the nicest dude she'd ever met like that. He was very kind, tipped her big, was really sweet and just talkative and just a nice guy, right? That makes sense. We all know this.
That tracks with everything we've ever heard about him, so that's good. It's good to hear like a kind of boots on the ground, someone we know or that confirms that.
But then we've got Lost Boys era Kiefer Sutherland. You think you like those maggots or whatever, Michael?
How do you like those maggots, Michael?
Yep, we're that era of him. And she says he was the biggest dick in there. Just walking around acting like everybody owed him something, super rude, tipped tiny, like he was. Now, he may be a totally nice guy now. You give a guy enough 24 episodes, maybe that changes a man. I don't know. But apparently he was a real rough customer to deal with over there.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Too bad, He's one of those outside the Brat Pack, but feels like he's tangential to it.
Yeah, he was always connected to stuff like,
right.
I don't know, like what movies am I thinking of? Maybe there aren't any. Young Guns.
He was in stuff with right there. You go. There's a good one. He was in stuff with members of the Brat Pack, but but not really a Brat Pack a member himself.
Yeah, there's some talk in this house also of watching that Lost Boys because the girls haven't seen that either, and I'm
that's a great one.
I'm hesitant only because I don't know. I feel like that movie. I'm worried that I know we saw it for Film Sack and we were fine with it. But I'm worried that my feelings for it are elevated over what it actually is. Like it doesn't hold up the way I think it does.
That a lot of your like for that movie is based on nostalgia and not on the actual quality of the movie,
or even maybe based more on that song, which is so awesome. I love that song. That
I still believe.
No, not that one.
No,
no.
The Cry Little Sister,
Little
Gerard McMahon.
Yeah, love that song.
Yeah,
that thing gets me right in the cheese.
I bought the vinyl of that of Gerard McMahon's album because of that song, and I'm like, oh, why did I buy the whole thing? God, I wish in the future there'd be a way for me just to buy one song that I like.
Oh, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? I look forward to that future. What? So the rest of that album sucks. So this is like the only good song on there. Or?
It's just unmemorable. Yeah, I mean, I listened to that full album, had the lyric sheet, sat on the couch the way I really like to enjoy an album when I brought it home. And Cry Little Sister, this song's so good. All right, what's the next song?
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst when you buy an album thinking, man, these guys must be just full of hits. Nope.
Yeah. Nope. There's a reason you're a one-hit wonder, a soundtrack one-hit wonder.
Exactly. It's almost worse. Phil from Buffalo wrote in, wanted to share this. We were talking the other day that there aren't too many other mammals that live very long. We always talk about turtles living forever, but like your dog, you got a good 12 to 14 years.
Your domesticated pets, don't.
So I basically made the comment that there are no other fur babies that live longer than a dog or whatever. And Phil wrote in and said, listening to the October 15th episode, you asked about fur babies that live for more than 30 years. Horses! Horses live usually to be in their 20s, but it's not unusual for them. It's not unusual for them to live into their 30s. Going from personal experience, as my wife is a equestrian, helps run a horse rescue, and we have 3 of them in our backyard. Oh, geez, I want to see your backyard.
No kidding.
Anyway, I didn't know that. I didn't know horses live 30 years. I had no idea.
I didn't know that either, and I guess I would have if you were to say, hey, Brian, how long do you think horses live on average? I probably would have said 20s, 30s, somewhere in there. So,
yeah.
And parrots,
you don't think of parrots go like
a horse's life is fleeting as a 18-year-old animal, but interesting. But I mean, you'd know if you had a horse in the attic.
Oh, right. You'd absolutely. Back to the original point. You would absolutely know what animal.
You'd know if the horse escaped into the attic and was subsiding on Grandpa's photos or whatever.
Yeah, and even if your horse was up there living on Grandpa's photos and rats and only lived to be 20, the other 10 years you would have the worst smell in your house, and you know what I mean? Like that thing be rotten up there. It'd be terrible.
Oh, it'd be horrendous. And the poop. My gosh, the poop in the attic.
Oh, the poop.
Horrendous also.
I kind of like horse poop. Now, let me explain. I like horse poop more than human poop or other animal poop because horse poop just seems like discarded hay clumps. You know what I mean?
Right. They're like you put on a glove and you can get rid of some horse poop pretty easily.
Yeah, no big deal. You could use it in your garden or something, or maybe you shouldn't. I don't know how fertilizer works.
Probably they look like they'd be great for. Probably smell horrendous, but great for like fire starting because of all the hay content.
Oh, right. Yeah, we did that as scouts.
Logs and stuff.
We did that as scouts. You had to use animal scat to start a fire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
I don't think that was part of the merit badge stuff. I just think our scoutmaster was sadistic and wanted us to.
Oh, it's too bad because I would really like to see the patch that you would have gotten for animal poop fire making.
Just a little poop emoji with some stink lines on it.
Exactly.
Easy to embroider. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks, Phil. Appreciate the correction there. Also, let's see. Shaladane.
Shaladane
wrote in, correction on my Spanish, as if this is ever even in question that my Spanish is crap. Hello, Sopa and Boucher. Boucher?
Boucher. There's no accent on the E, so I don't know. I know Sopa.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was hoping he'd say Sopa and Pia, because then you get the whole thing. But
it was always there was a thing that my Spanish teacher, first Spanish teacher, boy, this would have been junior high, Mr. Not Nelson, Mr. What was his name? Anyway, he would say, Mexico, where the sopa ain't soap, the ropa ain't rope, and the butter is mantequilla.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's how you can remember that sopa does not mean soap, and ropa does not mean rope, and butter is mantequilla.
I desire this T-shirt. I think that would be great. Well,
it was a teacher, not a T-shirt.
Oh, but no, that quote I made would be amazing.
You just want that on a T-shirt.
Yeah. That'd be great. I'd wear that. Here's what Shaladane says. Listening to 2718 in Scott's pronunciation of Spanish, although he spelled pronunciation, no, he got it right. The restaurant Botella is actually pronounced Botella, and the double L is pronounced as E or Y. Pero me encanta la programa, means he loves the show, I guess. That's what that is in Spanish.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I know. I knew it was not the way I was saying it. But it is missing an L on their menu. So there's only one L in this restaurant
only
name.
one L, Botela?
Yeah, which I thought was a little weird.
Then I would say that's not botella.
Yeah.
I think because the ella, the letter ella, is only double L, so I think it would still be botella.
Yeah, right.
Which is bottles.
Yeah, I think it's still Botella, and I think I got it right, and I think Shaladane is wrong. That's what I think.
Sorry, Shaladane.
Final question, Brian. This one's for you. I was outside this morning. It is watching one of the dogs take a crap, and it was like a rainy day where we had the weather shift during the night, and it's now cool out, and I think a high of 50-something today. Really cold overnight, and it was raining. So raining pretty heavily. And this is something I've never seen before. I hear, as I'm out there waiting for the dog, I'm like, hurry up, Boomer. And she's hurrying. She's doing what she does. And then I hear this like coming toward the house.
That is an excellent impersonation, by the way.
You like that? It's pretty good.
That is Winslow level. I put that I give that a Winslow 8.
Thank you.
8.5 even.
Oh my gosh, it does. I love that as a ranking system, a Winslow 8. Oh my gosh, ask your Gen X friends what we're talking about there. Anyway, so I hear what sounds like a drone coming. Sure enough, a drone in the rain. Now, maybe they all make all the new drones like rain and water resistant. I don't know, but I've never seen that before. That was weird to me. No. That felt like government shit. Yeah.
If you've got, I guess I wouldn't do it personally with my own drone, which I haven't flown in a couple of years. I need to get that thing out and fly it around. But I guess they make them that are waterproof, that don't have vents or anything important on top that you wouldn't want water to get into.
Yeah, and it stopped right above me for a second and then moved on. So,
oh, really? So it's like checking you out. Somebody's sitting at home going, "Who's this guy?" All right, move on.
Yeah, and we have very specific, not laws, but what do you call ordinances? There you go.
Sure.
In the HOA and in the city that say you're not allowed to go that low and hover over people's houses and stuff, but it didn't stop whoever this was. Yeah, I know that. So I know Tesla's got like a bunch of drones. Of course he does. But I don't think that was his. And it also seemed to come from a place and then circle around and go back to a place that's opposite where he was. So I don't know whose it was or what the deal was, but I didn't know those could handle rain. And here's the funny part. Just last night, I'm watching that episode of season 2 of From, where shaved head dude whips out a drone to try to get an antenna in the sky.
Yeah.
I didn't. What's going on? Our universe is trying to tell me something. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. I guess so. It's like drones are back in POG form.
Yeah.
By the way, doesn't that guy make you like Jade a little bit more? Like that guy,
a little bit.
That guy is even more of an asshole than Jade.
He is. He's maybe a little bit less two-dimensional, but I do find him abhorrent. Like I don't want to be around him.
Yes.
You know.
No. And I'm glad they did what they did with him.
Man, that show is so good.
Where they sequestered him.
Yeah, it's really.
I started mid-season or early season 2, I started to really like Jade and the direction he was going. Thinking about who he might remind you of could be Jason Mantzoukas kind of thing. Like he's got a Mantzoukas kind of vibe.
That's a good call. Yeah, but every episode it's the same. I get the same feeling of I know this guy, but I don't. Like I know him. I know him from something, but it's not him. It's not this actor. But he's doing something with that character that immediately takes me somewhere, and it's right on the tip of my tongue, and I can't freaking figure it out. But I like him, though. I like the season so far. I do have this question, dude. I'm starting to get this feeling of, and you don't have to tell me anything. But I
probably won't.
I'm getting that lost feeling of, the whole thing's very Lost adjacent anyway, but I'm getting this feeling of like, all right, how on earth are they
piling up too many questions without answering the first ones? Like, are they?
Yeah, maybe. Or do they have an end game? Like, is there a plan? Because the reason, so you and I didn't hate the end of Lost, but admittedly, the end was not an answer to much.
No, and there's still, there was admission by the writers that said we created mysteries that we knew in the future we would have to come up with reasons for and answers for, but we didn't have those answers at the time. And it's like, I feel like if you're going to come up with some big mystery, you better have an end game for that mystery in place, right?
Yeah.
But
crap, the internet did its thing. Switching back over. All right.
Season 3, and I feel like they're really close to answering some questions. I'm hoping that they are.
Yeah, same. I'm I want it to have. I don't need full complete closure. Right? Like I'm not out here demanding closure in every single. I don't need to sew up every single loose end.
Yeah.
But I do get nervous because there's so many new in season 2 alone. There's like 12 new mysteries.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, wait till you get to season 3, Scott.
Oh, my gosh. And they're just as compelling as anything. Like, it's not that it's bad. In fact, I'm so in, it's like ridiculous how in I am.
Right.
I'm addicted, but I am also, there's a little voice in the back of my head going, oh, shit, do they know where they're going even? Do they know how this is going to go? Because I can't imagine they got 10 seasons in them. They probably got less than that.
I'll tell you, you get like, because Jade's visualizing the symbol right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You'll get an answer to that.
Oh, good. He just did the thing where he put the bottles on the floor to look like the symbol, like a weirdo.
I'm making Devil's Tower out of mashed potatoes. This means something.
Yeah.
That wasn't funny. A very good Dreyfus. I'm putting these mashed potatoes in the form of Devil's Tower.
Now I'm going to watch Mr. Opus tonight because you've inspired me with that voice.
Beautiful coal.
I didn't say we need a bigger boat. The other guy did. Now he's a pirate. I don't know why.
Now he's a pirate. Yar. Anyway. I feel like some of the answers that you're looking for, you will get at the end of season 2. And you will just get some more new ones in season 3. But there are obviously there's the big overarching question. Arching.
Has that kid hit puberty yet? I'm worried about that a little.
Yeah, he is. He's a lot bigger. He jumped from 2 to 3. And you know what? His acting got a lot better between 2 and 3.
Oh, it did. Good.
Yes.
There are moments, like I've said, in 1 and 2, there are moments where he's like really good as a kid actor. You're like, okay. And then there are times you're like, oh, maybe do that scene again. That wasn't great.
Exactly. Maybe you shouldn't have used that take. Maybe you should have asked for another.
Yeah. Man, I'm really enjoying it though. So
the daughter though, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's a good show. I'm still loving it.
Yeah. So I'll say one more brief thing about it. There's this girl, and I told Brian about it last night. This girl I'll just say it involves a tree and a piece of rebar. You'll know it when you get there, but it's a very small thing, and this actress is so freaking good that I was convinced the whole time that she's still going on. Like, we're not going to lose her. Well, that's kind of a spoiler, but I was so blown away by her performance. It almost made everyone else look like amateurs. She was so good.
It really did. Yeah, she what a fantastic performance from her.
Yeah, I've never even heard of her before, and I don't know what's next, but I hope that's a star-making role because she's that good. She's really good.
Very believable acting with her. Oh, my God.
Yep. So we'll see how it goes. I'm still on the MGM Plus month free trial thing, and because they pulled the 2 seasons from. I don't know how many
episodes there are in season 3, but
they're doing them one a week. Is that the deal?
They're doing them one a week. Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I like that. Sometimes I don't.
I'd
rather binge it.
I don't think there's ever a situation where it's like, I really wish they'd stretch these out. No, I want them all at the same time.
This kind of show, especially, right? It's like, I need to know what happens next, and I don't want to forget some details during the week. Let me just have it. I know some people argue for I miss the days when we'd stand around the water cooler and talk about that week's thing. Like, no, talk about it around the water cooler because you watch the whole thing in one shot. Do that.
Exactly. Nothing wrong with that at all. By the way, I think we'll both be happy. So 10 episodes in season 3.
Yeah.
November 17th and 24th are the last 2 episodes. And the titles of those episodes are Revelations Chapter 1, Revelations Chapter 2.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
So hopefully we're going to get some revelations.
That's right. I'm absolutely in love with the character Vincent, and I think that he is. So I guess he's a folk singer or something. He's in some band. I don't know. In real life, I mean.
Yeah, Victor, you mean, right?
Yeah, Victor. What'd I say? Spencer.
Victor. You said Vincent.
Oh, Vincent. Yeah, I meant Victor.
Scott McCord. Yeah,
he's great. I'd never heard of him before.
He's really good. I know, and he's another person that you feel like you've seen in other things.
Yeah,
because he's
Y'all need to watch From. It's good. We're telling you.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Do it. Just quit listening to us talk about it. Just do it. We have turned a lot of people on to go and check that out.
Yeah.
So
4 thumbs up, as it were, today.
That's right.
Anyway, Drones in the Rain. Weird thing. Moving on.
Way, Victor, one of Victor's voice roles in the Care Bears Journey to Joke-A-Lot and the Care Bears Big Wish movie, he plays Bedtime Bear.
Oh, my Lord.
Very different character.
Like way back in the day or something recent, or what is that? Is that from the
2004, 2005?
What?
Yeah.
That's insane. I can't even hear it.
He doesn't strike me as the Care Bears voice type. But
no.
Hey, good.
No,
good on him.
Yeah, he's great. They found him the perfect role here. So.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all she wrote for that. We're going to get into some news, and then a little later, my sister will be here. But let's dive into some news, and let's do it with this. Today's news brought to you by.
I'd love to know what that stinger's called. News is brought to you today by Coverville. It is a Coverville Thursday, which means there will be a Coverville episode at noon Mountain Time, 12 p.m. Mountain Time at twitch.tv/Coverville. And it's going to focus on a woman who is turning 40 next week. 40 years old, and she always seems to know where all the cameras are because she will always play to them no matter, there's no off-guard candid moments for Miss Katy Perry, real name Kate Hudson, and probably gives you an idea why she changed it.
Yeah, I would imagine so. She came after Kate Hudson.
A little bit of competition in that department of who's the best Kate Hudson, but she is the best Katy Perry. Yeah. I'll say that.
Yeah. So today noon, check it.
Noon.
She still shoots.
Homo T-shirt not included.
And she still shoots fireworks from her boobies, right? That's still a thing.
I think that was just for the song Fireworks. She shot lions through her boobs for the song Roar, and. I don't know what she shot through her boobs for the song "I Kissed a Girl," but it probably.
Well, her appearance at the MTV Music Awards looked like.
Oh, she did there too, didn't she?
Well, it looked like she shot baby oil out of her boobs because everybody was coated in baby oil.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. It's funny because Orlando Bloom was there all dressed up in a nice tux looking thing, and he looked dry and clean, and he's holding her hand, but kind of at a distance, and she's covered in some sheen of goo the whole time. You have to look. Someone get us a picture and send that to us so Brian can see this. It's really weird.
The Johnson & Johnson lactation that she was giving off. Yeah.
Yeah, I can only assume that was coming from her breast and her glands.
Let's hope, right? Let's hope.
I mean, if that's where the fireworks came from, why not? All right, check this out. Earth will have a temporary mini moon for 2 months.
It's just like a mini moon.
Are you excited about this? You going to go out and check it out?
I hope so. I hope to hopefully see the comet in the next couple of nights. We've had so much haze from wildfires. We got wildfires in Colorado, some in Utah that are blowing some smoke over to us, and Arizona has some smoke coming to us. So
we're keeping you down. It's our goal.
I know. Cut it out. Put your fires out, and we need to as well. Colorado. Come on.
Let's see here. There's Earth's moon will soon have some company. A mini moon. The mini-moon is actually an asteroid about the size of a school bus at 33 feet, 10 meters or so is how big this thing is. When it whizzes by Earth on Sunday. Oh, did we miss it? Was it this Sunday? No, it's this coming Sunday, I think.
Is it this coming Sunday? Okay, all right.
I don't want to...
I think people are saying that it already joined the orbit, and I think it's going to be in our orbit for a little while. Well, that's part of the article. September 27th is when this article came out, so that was a couple Sundays ago.
Damn it. All right, here's what you would have seen had you paid attention. Okay. The space rock 2024 PT5 is what it's called, was just spotted in August by astronomers at the Complutense University of Madrid. Complutense. I don't know if that's right.
Computence.
That doesn't sound right, does it? Complutense? No, That's what it's spelled like, but I don't know. Anyway, using a powerful telescope located in Sutherland, South Africa, but apparently he's a bit of a dick.
But his dad's awesome.
Yeah, his dad's awesome. Dead, but awesome. Yeah. These short-lived mini-moons are more common than we realize, says Richard Binzel, an astronomer at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. That's MIT for short. Last known one was detected in 2020, so it's been 4 years. This happens with some frequency. We rarely see them because they are small and very hard to detect. He says only recently has our survey capability reached the point of spotting them routinely. The discovery by Carlos de la Fuente Marcos and Raul de la Fuente Marcos. I assume they're brothers.
I would assume so, but who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's a lot of Del Fuente Marcoses down there.
That means, by the way, that is Spanish for I got fired from Marcos. Marcos Pizza.
Which sounds like a grocery store or something like that.
It does, yeah.
Or pizza, I guess Marcos Pizza.
It's a pizza place, yeah.
Yeah, that works. Anyway, if anyone saw it, tell us how it was, because we didn't see it.
Yeah, 33 feet. If you Google image search mini moon, you get a lot of pictures that look like the twin sons of Tatooine, right? It is not going to look that. It's not going to be that easy to spot. 33 feet is going to be. It's going to look like a slightly bigger star kind of thing, or like like when we see a satellite, a man-made satellite.
Sure,
kind of thing.
Sure. When I think of a moon, I think stationary, somewhat stationary. Obviously, it moves, or we move, and therefore our view of it moves. But so when I would think of this, I would think, it's a thing that's holding still somewhat. But it sounds like this is hauling ass.
Oh no, I don't think it's going to be hauling ass to the point where we're where we're going to see it go. Shoo, shoo, shoo.
How cool would that be, though? That would be so cool.
Really cool. Yeah. How far? This is outside the moon's orbit, right? So this is orbiting. I misunderstood when I first heard about this. I was thinking it was going to get trapped by it was going to get close enough to the moon to get caught in any gravity that the moon has. Very little gravity that the moon has, but it's going to orbit the Earth as well as the moon.
Oh, gotcha.
For a couple months. And but it's got to be a further orbit than the moon's orbit, right? It's not closer. It's not in between.
No, I don't think so.
And the Earth.
They don't say explicitly here, but I have to assume it's further out. But I don't know that for sure.
I would assume so, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Thank you, BioCow, for a really cool video he posted.
Ooh.
That's showing...
I like video.
This thing, okay. It's on its little faraway trajectory.
That's the Earth. Where's the moon in relation to it? Hold on. Turn that music off.
Yeah, it's the white line.
Oh, that's the little dot around our Earth is the moon going around it.
Yeah, the little dot that's our moon, and then this thing. It's funny. It doesn't. This animation is not showing it joining joining the orbit of the moon. It's just going to kind of pass by us.
Yeah, and stay pretty. Obviously, we're rotating, but it's pretty stationary.
But I thought it was going to actually go around us. It's just going to keep on going on its heading and get a little bit closer to Earth because of our gravity, but not. It won't orbit our planet.
Right, kind of a near pass thing. So this just keeps going to Omicron Persei 8 or wherever it's headed.
YouTube comments to NASA. I guess this is a NASA site. Video from space. or I guess videos from space is the YouTube channel. YouTube comments, does not look like a capture to me. Nothing being captured. WTF is wrong with people misleading with titles?
You know, YouTube comments.
They're not wrong. It's not really a capture. Influence.
Yeah.
We're a planet influencer.
Earth to temporarily capture a mini moon. It's not them saying the video's a capture. They're just saying how.
Right.
I don't know.
That it's not a capture unless that thing goes around us, right? Like it. Gwen is saying the animation isn't right.
Well, I'm with Gwen.
Yeah, I'm with Gwen too. Good. That would make it a capture.
All right. Well, there you go then. Some bullshit.
BioCal, find us some better animation.
He's part of big space. He's trying to confuse us.
That's right. What's this thing called? 2024 RT4 or something like that?
RT 20. Oh, sorry. 2024 PT5.
PT5 was really close.
Yeah.
The PT5 was last year's model.
Yeah. This year's it's the PT5 Pro is coming out soon. So watch that.
Let me see if I can find another animation that better. Let's see. NASA. I trust. This is JPL NASA, and this one may show. All right. Click for animation.movie. All right. I'm going to give you a link.
Sweet.
Oops.
We're getting this right, you guys. Science.
Yeah, exactly. Copy. I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing it being affected.
Here we go. I like this one.
I like this one too. Like it's a top-down view of our Earth's orbit around the sun. Okay. Feels like it should zoom in.
Does it put? Yeah, that's true. I can't. Do you have that temptation to pinch and zoom in? I just want to go.
I really do. Exactly. Like this one just shows like the two dots kind of converge. Oh yeah, it's clearly. I think it's.
So it's going to keep going around us then?
Temporarily, it's going to go around us for a little bit and then continue on its
merry way.
I mean, it's really kind of continuing on its heading without much.
Huh.
Yeah. Huh.
It's like the Magic School Bus, about the size too. Pretty cool.
Yeah. All right.
By the way, I looked up Mini Moon in my image search, and the first result was Peter Dinklage putting his bum on his window in the car. That was weird.
Well, you gotta have safe search off. On, Scott. If you don't want to get.
Damn it.
If you don't want to get any Tyrion, I drink and I show my butt.
Tyrion, I show my butt. Here is our next story. This is about Walmart. They are not in anyone's orbit, although you may be going there for stuff. I don't know. A Walmart shopper humiliated as she films herself shoplifting at a self-checkout and gets caught by AI. That's artificial intelligence for those not in the know.
That is artificial intelligence. And boy, I love the fact that, it's so humiliating that I got caught shoplifting.
Yeah, showing as I filmed myself doing it. Yeah. A woman filmed herself shoplifting at a Walmart self-checkout before getting caught by the supermarket chain's AI-powered cameras, and they still shared the clip on TikTok. The shopper known as TikTok as Nesha had captioned the clip, "POV when you usually don't get caught, and now you're banned for 2 years from all Walmarts in my area," unquote. Boy, you sure showed them.
Yeah, and POV, don't change first person to third person in the middle of your POV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because when you get caught and then you're banned from all the Walmarts in her area, it feels like it's kind of the wrong. Grammar police. Sorry, I'm just going to get on this person's case.
It's all right. You're on duty. You're an on-duty officer in the Grammar Police Department, and you can't just let crimes go by. It's your job.
No, exactly.
The clip has amassed over 2.2 million views and shows her scanning several items through Walmart's self-checkout system. Before she pretends to scan a backpack and places it in her shopping bag without actually processing the barcode. Why something big like a frickin' backpack? What are you doing?
I know. That does seem...
I'm not saying steal anything, but just do a box of mints or something.
I haven't watched the TikTok, but please tell me that she goes, boop. But, like she makes that noise when she scans the backpack to make it sound like she scanned it.
Look at the lady and go, boop, boop. Yeah. I love the Walmart one because they look. This is my favorite thing about Walmart self-checkout. There was a while where their self-checkout kind of has an animation of an arm placing items so people can learn how it works or whatever. And it looked like it wasn't just their arm; it was all the way up to their chest, and it looked like skin tone, like they weren't wearing a shirt. So it looked like a shirtless woman,
like topless shopping.
Yeah, it looked like a shirtless woman doing this thing. And then I made comments about it. I may even talked about it here. This is years ago. And then next time, or a few times later, I'm at the Walmart. We're doing self-checkout, and I noticed they have added a long-sleeve blue shirt to this lady.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They finally decided, I think we're sending the wrong message here about how you should come shopping at Walmart.
Yeah. I must not have been the only person who noticed, but that was pretty great. Bring back topless robot lady. Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back from this break, my sister Wendi will be here. She will not be falsely checking out any items. She'll be telling you how to live your life. And we got a great question from our old pal Nikki, Dr. Nikki.
Oh, cool.
Who we'll be addressing today. So check that out coming up after this song break from Brian Ibbett. What'd you bring?
Yeah, this one comes to us from frequent guest, monthly guest, Amy Red Fraggle. We're in this music league together, and she posted a song from a musician by Juliana Finch that was called Ashes, and it was all about the discovery of the two people embracing in the middle of the lava in the Pompeii. Was it Pompeii?
Right. The one that...
Yeah.
Not Krakatoa. Yeah, but I know what you mean.
Pompeii, I think.
Was
right?
it Pompeii? Anyway, You're probably right.
I think it was Pompeii. Anyway, she reached out to the artist and said, hey, do you mind if we play a song from your album on Indie in the Middle on TMS? And Juliana said, oh, please do. And so I decided, all right, let's give you guys another one. This one's really cool. I listened to all of these. Salt, there's a song called Salt that I decided not to use, but you should check it out because it's got a very bluesy, sultry kind of quality to it. But Half Light is the one I chose. And this is a single that she released in 2023. I think it's also on one of her albums, and it's really, really good. Here is Juliana Finch. Big thanks to Amy Robinson for suggesting this one. Here is Half Light.
She found that the spicy caraway flavor made a good contrast to the bland fish and cheese.
Gorillas!
All right, we have made our return. Brian, who was that one more time, please?
That, my friends, was Juliana Finch from a single of the same name from 2023. That is Half Light. Again, big thanks to Amy Robinson.
Nice. We like it when you guys find something cool and then get permission. That's amazing.
Totally, yeah. It saves me a lot of work, and you guys almost always have great taste and pick something really cool. So.
Yeah, a bunch of you have asked, or a few people, I shouldn't say a bunch. A few people have asked if I have any new music for my nephew and their band Brother, and I haven't checked in with him in a bit with Chuck, but I'm gonna poke him and see if they've got anything rolling out. Do. They've been doing a lot of touring and opening and stuff like that, but I don't know if they've got new music or not. So
I know James and Svet should have some new music as well. Same Sex Mary. I think they are either right about to go to Japan for their Japanese tour, or they are already on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know it's coming up right around now. Yeah. Oh, so cool.
I didn't know they were doing that.
I tried to say, do you need anything? Do you need a roadie? Do you need a groupie? Do you need just somebody to taste the sushi before you eat it and make sure it's okay and safe for you guys? Yeah. Whatever you need.
Enforce your M&M rules or whatever it is you got on your riders. You know.
Yeah. They said, yeah, we'd love to have you, but we're not paying your way. So,
yeah.
That was kind of the deal breaker for me. It's like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah, forget it. All right. Well, good news is this. We have this in store, everyone.
Yes.
Wrong one.
Here's another Minnesota tradition that's not so easy to throw in the garbage.
That's right. My sister is not easy to throw in the garbage. She is Wendi Dunford, a professional therapist and counselor, joins us every week to talk about your problems and how to solve them. Wendi, welcome back to the program.
Thank you.
Nice to have you. How are you?
Be here. I'm good. How are you guys?
That sounded really official. It's probably annoying. Your brother who used to chase you around with a hot soldering iron, and you're like, "Hello, it's welcome to the very professional intro. Hello."
I mean, yeah, that voice intro is super professional.
Yeah, you know me, professional all the time. Hey, you're about to do a big anniversary thing, and my wife is prepping to come and kind of watch the fort while you guys are away. She'll be there on Saturday or something.
Yes.
I'm very excited for. Oh yeah, I'm excited for you. But the question is, how will Carter and I do? And that's a real question. We don't know. Yeah, like she was gone.
Does she like make you food or stuff? What does she do before you leave?
So usually she gets a little worried and she's like, I don't want you guys eating crap. So here's this frozen thing, or here's this thing I already prepped and it's already in the thing, or all you gotta do is heat this up. Or she'll do a bunch of that. So I'm sure that's coming. But I also ordered a bunch of these factor meals that I like a lot.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's cool. Okay.
So we'll have a fridge full of those, some vegan, vegetarian ones for Carter. I think we're going to be okay. The bigger question is, like, by about day 4, it's just you miss her and you're like, that her vibe isn't here. I don't like not having her vibe around.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll call her all the time and just check in and all that.
That's what I miss most about Tina is her vibe.
Her vibe. Yeah, because she vibes, man.
Yeah, she does vibe. And my kids are so excited to have
travels, she misses her vibe too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But your kids will benefit from her vibe and it'll all be great.
I know. I was like, Elliot loves really hot, spicy food. So I'm like, maybe Kim will make you some jambalaya.
Yeah, spicy jambalaya is in her middle name. Not really, but
yes. We'll see what
yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited for you guys. Congratulations on a high watermark of marriage there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing her too, because it's people are like, aren't your kids old enough? And I'm like, Ellie cannot be left to her own devices. No.
Yeah.
But they will love it. I have a few like fun things for her to do without. I'm just leaving her a credit card and she's gonna take Allie shopping and things that I hate doing.
Yeah.
So Kim likes to shop. She's gonna be fine.
I guarantee you that's true. Can confirm. Kim loves to shop.
Yeah. Hope
she can hear me.
Someone else's credit card. I think she'll have a good time.
No doubt.
Great.
Well, anyway, it's good to have you here. We do have a message this week, and it's from someone we all know. You've met in Vegas a couple of times. Dr. Neigh, one of our favorite people. She's got back from some big neurological conference in New York, and I guess Daily Tech News shows where she'll be talking about that. But her world,
she never smells like sheep's brains. You'd think that she would always smell like sheep's brains, and she never does.
Yeah, they're always opening one. You'd think the stink would get on you.
That's right.
I don't know what's going on there. She's really great, though. And she wrote this. Dear Wendi, Scott, and Brian, I have a lighthearted question for you all. In one of your last segments, you discussed how important it is for humans to have contact with each other. It was a great segment, but the whole time, my brain couldn't stop shouting, "What about hermits?" in all caps. Says, I guess hermits are like quicksand, in that people talk about them a lot when I was a kid, and now I don't hear about them anymore, but I still wonder. They're not okay, are they? And people who meditate for years without talking to anyone, people who tend to think they're doing better than the average Joe, but maybe they're not doing so hot. What is your professional opinion? Love the segment and have been following along since before I was in therapy to now. Medicated for ADHD and thriving and wanting everyone else to be happy. And she put a big heart. It was very nice. Hugs from Neigh, the goat lady. Well, boy, that really sells her short as a professional PhD holding doctor.
She's just a goat lady.
The goat lady. That's just someone up the street who has goats. That's what we would call them. But,
right.
Yeah, that's the goat lady.
Anyway, thank you, Neigh, for this. And Wendi, she says lighthearted question, but I think this is an interesting question. People today almost take a little pride in being not hermits, but they would say introverted or I like being alone, or my favorite thing about the internet is it lets me be alone, but still interact with the people I want to, or whatever. So are they okay? Are they not? What's your professional opinion? What does the science and data say?
Here's the thing. I have never met a hermit.
Yeah.
Because a true hermit wouldn't contact me.
Good point.
Right?
Good
I guess.
Right. They'd be right. That's the whole point of being a hermit.
Well, let's define a hermit. Yeah.
Is there a difference between a hermit and a nomad? Like, you think of that Nomad Land movie. Are those technically roving hermits?
Oh, the van life people?
What they do.
Yeah.
Notice that they gather, right? Like that's not being... Okay, let's define.
Right. Nomads do gather. Yeah, good point.
A hermit crab, right? You climb into a shell, you don't come out, you don't interact. I assume that's the origin. Sure. I didn't look at the origin of the term
Hermitude.
Hermit. But I assume that's, based on, it's probably an ancient, monk thing that happened and someone named Hermit did it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but I like the analogy of are they like quicksand? We've talked about them, but are they really real?
Right.
You know what, really, Wendi? Real quick, I looked up hermit on Wikipedia while you were talking, and you're dead on. It says it was coined around the time of Saint Jerome, who lived as a hermit near Bethlehem. He only was visited by angels, never talked to any people, he says. He claims.
Oh, wow.
So it's dead on.
Right. So if you think about like, okay, as a mammal, right? Mm-hmm. That is what humans are, everybody. You have to have others in some form for survival. And so it doesn't mean you have to like them, but you do have to have them in terms of food supply or support in some way. As things are available to you without having to actually interact with someone, you can be more hermit-like over time, right? So I think it's a modern invention. I'm assuming that dude, somebody brought him food, or he had access to scrounge some food, or however because the means of production, you know, you can have your own garden, sure, right? Like there's lots of versions of this. The question is, and this is why I like how she framed it, is like, are they actually real? And they're not okay, are they? Like she's worried about them, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I think what I'm going to extrapolate to the people I know of and know about, and just sort of generally the concept of increasing loneliness and isolation. So when you think of when someone is mentally not doing well, they'll be like, say you're having thoughts that are really irrational, or it's actually making you nervous and you feel like unwell in your brain. A very common response is like, if you share that at all, someone's going to react negatively because that's not what we expect another human to say to us. And then there's retreating that happens, or we share it with no one because we don't dare talk about our alien experience. Mm-hmm. And then we back up, or we hide and isolate further. What happens, and this happens with my clients who are not hermits, by the way, just generally they get stuck in their head, and whatever's going on in between their own two ears can get pretty ugly or messy or convoluted or untrue or dangerous. And so I assume there's versions of this hermititude that is like retreat, isolate, for I don't fit in, I don't belong, something's wrong with me, I'm broken. There could be lots of those sort of mental health reasons that would create something like this. Because as a mammal, you should at least want a fellow conversation or human here or there for bonding, chemical, survival reasons.
Right.
I'd like to keep it open. Like someone could maybe not need all of those things. That's fair, but they probably have to come to downtown to get shoes every once in a while. So,
I mean, I feel like when I envision what a hermit is and does, I almost feel like they're kind of the opposite of Dr. Nikki's question. Are they okay? I feel like, yeah, they're okay because they've figured out what works for them, and they're just doing it. And whether it's for just preference reasons, anxiety, being around other people, or this is just their preference, it feels like, man, you know, they've obviously figured out what works for them, and good on them.
Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know. How do I put this? It's only weird in comparison to what it is for us that we have established as whatever the norm is, right? So if they're not interacting with the norm and they're doing their own thing, we'll look at the own thing and go, ugh, it seems horrible or hard or whatever. But do we have anything that's so definitive in behavioral science or in social science that says you can't do that without it being a hazard to your development, your brain, your health, something like there has to have been times in our history, human history, where at the very least, there were smaller bands of people. Certainly, you know, villages and, you know, little groups of people who are surviving and whatever. And we do seem to survive better and iterate better as a whole. But also we get pretty hard at scale. We're difficult in large numbers. So it's almost like
proclivity, right? Like it just doesn't fit well with you to have too many people, or for whatever reasons. Yeah, right. I don't know if anyone's saying like, okay, her actual theory here is that we respond to people who meditate for years and don't talk to anyone. We assume they're doing better. Mm-hmm. We assume they're evolved or there's something like that. And she's wondering, like, maybe they're not. And they're actually not okay. But I would assume, so take anyone who is in a silent meditation, takes vows of silence. I mean, there's spiritual reasons for those. There's like whatever they feel called or drawn to do. This has always existed. We may only have the word hermit from so far back, but that's just English. So, whatever has occurred, there's always been this happening. I think of even just some ancient civilizations where there's a group set aside, or they find someone living alone in a house made of candy, like whatever. That's in our lore. It's in our, so I think there's a normalcy to this, right? It's not everybody. It's definitely not the majority, because there's not enough room for everyone to have their own little hermits. But there are definitely people who've always let's get off the grid. Let's go over in this space. I want to be alone. Mm-hmm. And they do better. Maybe they have their books, or they have whatever it is that really helps them feel alive. And maybe they don't want to hurt other people. I think that's a thing I have seen as well, which is just, I am better off not trying to connect with people, because it's not good. I don't do good. I'm unhappy. They're unhappy. So that may be another motivation, right? But if we answer her specific question of, are people who are meditating for years without talking actually not okay? Hard to know, because they're not going to talk to you and tell you. And they are also engaging in brain work that's active, that just an isolated person sort of hiding from everything is not maybe doing. They might be going deeper down some, their brain just works differently, and they're, whatever, and they might be fine. I don't know. But I would assume those who are actively participating in meditative practice and work, there's a whole nother thing going on there. It's a hard thing for maybe Western cultures to understand. Mm-hmm. But there's always a Westerner here or there who's really drawn to it and participates, right? Like the French monk who's considered the happiest man on earth, right? Yeah. Was a scientist in France, and just turned his whole entire life around and became a monk, and spent time, deep hours, and dedication to meditation, to the point where you can shoot a gun by his ear and he doesn't react. His heart rate will go up, but his brain waves don't change. Like, there's something in that for you that the rest of us can't even fathom. And then you might also be like, people are fine, but I'd rather be quiet in my own head. So I'm open to everyone's having a good time, and they can do what they want. And yet, so I don't know, but I do know there is a lot of people not doing this right in terms of their mental health, that they're maybe just isolating for various reasons, and that is harming them. I'm not so worried about the ones consciously choosing to silently meditate.
Yeah, because some of those people may have some kind of enlightenment, or at least they've convinced themselves of that, and that's a different motivation than, say, I'm anxious in this crowd, I can't be here.
Right. That's self. Because I mean, you can have the silence and the not talking with a monk, but they don't have the isolation. They're constantly around other.
Right. Right. And very rarely is a monk living alone.
Right. Yeah. You don't see.
Right. You just maybe aren't chatty, and that's fine.
Yeah. Right? They may keep everybody separate. They may even do meals separately, or do whatever they do separately, but they're still in a monastery with a set of rules that manages that. That they're all in their rooms, and one of them's job is to walk around and push a little bowl of soup under the table or under the door. And I'm making this up as I go, but I'm sure these places exist. I don't know.
Don't you just see Jack Black now in his?
Oh yeah, I love that. It is what was that called?
I love it.
What was that
He's
called?
Like, I wake up at 5:30.
Forgot the name of that movie.
Anyway, Natural Libre.
There you go.
Okay, so let me throw something in, just my natural bias here. Like, I was trying to check my bias before we started. I was like, okay, I have a tendency to just assume, because I really like people, I can talk to people 8 hours straight a day. That is not normal. I don't think most people like that. And there's definitely people who do, right? But my bias, or my lens, is skewed towards more. Uh-oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You're good.
Oh, what? It shows TMS is calling me on my phone.
Oh, your phone. Weird. Sometimes Discord is weird.
will do that.
Yeah. It's stupid.
I want to double talk to you. Okay, that's
weird. We should answer it and see what that TMS sounds like.
I'll bet it sounds like two Wendys at the same time, is my guess.
The other dimension. Anyway, what I was going to say is, so my bias, I'm pretty clear on what my bias is, but some of this is from experience and just how I understand humans to work, is that sort of the well-roundedness or a healthy brain stuff that I see is usually not someone who's isolated, or it's not someone who is not getting some million needs met, right? So it may be that 1 or 2 people can meet those needs for you, and you don't need more than that. And that's a fair side of the gamut, right? And then on the other side, maybe someone feels like unless they've got 100 people at all times interacting, they don't feel whole or connected. And so, we're all over the place there. And so what I find interesting is finding out where everyone is coming from. And sometimes they have perceived from social media or other sort of ways that they should want more people in their life, but it is actually just coming from outside of them and what they really need. And so I like to help them dig down to like, what actually does work for you? Is it a phone call with a friend across the country once a month and you are like, I'm good? Well, then don't let anyone tell you you're not good, right? Mm-hmm. But the investigation is like, are you actually good? Versus someone who's got 1 million friends, I would ask the same thing, like, are you actually getting what you need? Is it real? Is it deep enough? Or, are we connecting in ways that round out your life or benefit your life? And really what I'm saying by that is benefit your brain neurochemically. Because we start to get a little weird without enough of what we need, right? And so isolation, think about, this sounds so weird, and sometimes I say it out loud and I'm like, okay. But when you think about what is used to torture humans, which I do think about sometimes, solitary confinement is one of the worst psychological things you can do to a human.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's where the science, and I think Nikki's sort of maybe referencing here a little bit too, is like, can this actually be good for anyone?
We see it as such a negative, like that. When you screw up in prison, so I've heard, they put you in the box.
You get put in the box. Exactly. Yeah.
How much damage that does to someone.
Right. Really, and even it's always part of, so even when you hear about other methods, like whether it's something like waterboarding or the Chinese water torture or any kind of torture, right? Physical or mental, one aspect that is always there is when they're done dripping water on your head for 14 hours, usually by yourself, which is a form of isolation. They also then isolate you again. Like you're always being isolated, and you're always being left in a room with no toilet, no common conveniences. You're dirty. You've been there for months. You don't know what time it is. And then they bring you out for another water torture or another, pull your fingernails out and put you back in. Whatever horrible thing it is, the isolation is always part of the package.
Mm-hmm. So when I was in the tank, I had a room to myself, and
the last time you were in the tank,
in the tank, 1991, whatever that was,
yeah. So
6 hours, 6 hours in the tank.
Were you in there by yourself, or were there people? Like, what was the deal?
No, that was the whole, like, the before I got fingerprinted and photographed and that sort of thing. I was in a holding cell with like 5 other people. And then they moved me to my cell, and that was alone with a bunch of religious pamphlets.
Oh, nice! They really go for you in there. Nice.
Yeah. Nothing else to read, so I was like, oh, well, guess I'll sleep.
Not even like a highlights catalog magazine where you can do like the hidden pictures.
Even even Sky Mall, I would have been happy with. got the November issue of Sky Mall that I could look through. And,
I just need to look at some objects that could help me sleep better on a plane.
Yeah.
I think that's one. Think about social isolation or being in the tank or whatever, where you are alone. It has an effect on our brains. We can look at the deterioration that will occur and then see it, right? But there's also sleep deprivation is another powerful torture mechanism. Again, it messes so much with time, space, reality, your sense of groundedness, right? It has a similar effect, and those two are used to great effect, right? And so when you think about like, okay, what do you deprive a human of to harm them and then to get them to confess or whatever, or to punish an enemy? Obviously, we love our fingernails. That's why you pull them off, and they hurt so bad. There's more nerve endings. You know what I mean? Like you go where that is. So if we think about that happening without maybe intention, it just occurs. Isolation. So that is going to torture a human. It's going to be bad for them. And if you stretch it out over years and years and years, it has maybe a different effect. One thing I think about is that study. We probably haven't talked about this in a long time, and of following these kids who were in an orphanage in Romania, and how a bunch of them died. Just all these babies and young kids died, and they were looking at, well, they must be murdered by the caregivers, and all it was is they were not cared for by the caregivers. They were given food, water, clean clothes, change of diapers, just not touched. So the lack of touch, or the lack of mammalian human connection, causes death in a young brain. It just does.
Yeah.
So that's on that severe end of neglect, right? And any neglect in between is psychologically pretty damaging, especially when it's the core caregivers that should have met those needs and didn't, because no one else comes in and meets them, right? So a choice as an adult where you're like, I'm off the grid, these people suck, that feels very different than some of these other sort of hard things. And I think often people with, ties to religious and faith and sort of callings to be silent, or callings to meditate, or you're getting so much brain activity and health from that. It's not the same as I'm just being left alone. So
right.
Do we need to worry about our monk friends? Probably not as much as we need to be worried about our friend we haven't heard from in months and hasn't emerged from the darkness, right? Like, those are the ones we're maybe really should be more concerned about.
Yeah. To her point about, I know this is not even part of the point other than to help illustrate it, but quicksand, when we were kids, we were told quicksand was in every movie. It was in every possible jungle. Everybody was in the
all over
quicksand.
the place on Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't take 10 steps without finding quicksand.
Yeah, you were constantly drowning in quicksand if you watched a movie, read a book, whatever. And nowadays, you don't hear about it at all. And I think it was all a bunch of crap. I don't think it exists. I mean, maybe someone can convince me otherwise. Maybe there's someplace where it's like that, where you could step in.
There is something like that where basically the sand is so loose, but it's not. It's not quick.
No.
It's slow sand, really. Is what it is.
Yeah, but is it like if you struggle, you go deeper, like all those things, and then there's always a vine somewhere to grab and pull your right.
It's really weird. Like the Great Sand Dunes here in Colorado, I think there are areas that that it's like, watch out for this part because there's. It's a little bit looser right here, and if you start sinking, just step quickly out of it.
Yeah, quicksand is cannot compete with quick step. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
Just get the F out. All right. Well, that part, I don't know why, but it stuck with me. So, Nikki, thank you for both the real topic and the esoteric fun topic about quicksand.
Love it. Absolutely.
We love questions like this. We love the deeper digs. If you guys have any questions like that, or thoughts or feelings about something that's going on in your life, or if you're one of those people that, need some help, you're feeling isolated and don't want to be, reach out and we'll talk about it on the show. See if we can give you some.
Maybe you're thinking about taking up Hermititude. Then reach out. Let us know your thoughts and why you're thinking about it.
Hermititude.
Hermititude. I might be considering that in November. We're gonna see how things go.
Yeah.
And Hermititude might sound pretty darn good.
Yeah. As soon as the snow falls, I get a little Hermititude-y. I feel it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's something I want to throw one last thing in that's not like that there's value in this concept, right? Like maybe permanent hermitude could be dangerous for somebody, but temporary get out of Dodge can be really impactful and powerful. So, and it's always been the way, right? When Thoreau wrote on Walden's Pond, it was, now that's like in the middle of a suburb or whatever, but at the time it was the middle of nowhere, and just, moving. Yeah, he was only a few miles from his parents' home, but it was like a lone natural world, reconnecting and experiencing your own mind. I think that there's value in that. I think it's from that or another, which is that phrase of the world is too much with us.
Yeah.
And kind of the referencing there has more to do with the natural world is not, we don't have enough of it, experiencing or touching it enough or being with it enough, because there's healing in that, right? So I'm going to give, I know we got a countdown here before Tuesday, November 5th.
Right.
Yeah.
I joke with all my clients on the 5th and the 6th. I'm like, listen, those sessions might be for me. Okay. Like, I'm just warning you.
Yeah.
We might be doing this together.
I'm so booked on November 6th.
I just can't do it. But sort of this idea of like how, and I do this with clients who are really weighed down by the world is too much with them, is a couple things. One is try to get them in nature a little more. And two being, take the issue that you care so about. You know, like I could say, what can you rant about for 30 minutes without having to look up anything? And everyone's got a topic. Everyone is an expert on something for 30 minutes. Whether they should at all consider themselves experts, they still have enough feelings, enough venom, enough, heat. They can share something for 30 minutes, right? So I have them identify a couple of those topics, and then we get to something very, very practical that they can do in relationship to that thing. Now, the best version is they stop ingesting everything thrown at them around anything. They go nature / active in something they care about. That's hard to get people to do. But if I can get them more in nature and away from their devices, and I can get them to be boots on the ground with something that matters to them, it's astounding the way the brain will reward you for that. Like, oh, okay, I'm still human. Everything's not hopeless. So, for example, I have a client who is a therapist, actually works with all sorts of people who are bureaucrats for the federal government, in DC. And these are folks who have kept these jobs, care about balancing the budget. It doesn't matter which president is in, none of that matters. They are literally what runs this country, right? Mm-hmm. And he has them just coming in tears. Everyone's so afraid they're going to lose their jobs. They feel like the stuff they care about, they went in, public service for a reason, is like, it's just hard. Everyone's struggling. So one of the things we devised was that, to go somewhere and do something that mattered. And what he came up with was he went and canvassed in Pennsylvania. Like, you spent a Saturday canvassing, right? If that's put your money where your mouth is in that particular way. I think everyone thinks they care about politics, but the truth is most of us actually care about other things, and politics is just oozed over all of it. And so maybe, like Adam is a judge, what do you call it? Like an election judge. That's how he does that for him. For me, I'm going to go help a neighbor who has cancer. Like, I don't actually want to talk politics with anyone. So that's not the value. So find what your value is and do something legitimate around that. So maybe it is just a simple day of volunteering, or it's, showing up for somebody, but just get away from the doom of it. Because guess what? At this point, unless you're going to go canvass in one of the swing states and talk to the 5 remaining undecided voters, you don't have a lot you could do. Yes, you can donate money, blah, blah, blah. But the donating the money, whatever. I want something real, and or get in nature. Those are the two things. That's my advice for everyone for the next 2 weeks. I'm just going to be on vacation. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
Kim's going to have to handle my life.
I'm going to lift that day because I think there is some sort of like, they need extra lifters Lyft does discounted rides for people who are going to polling locations.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
But I am going to get a gauge as far as who they're voting for and decide where I'm going to take them. If I'm actually going to take them to a polling location or...
Just ask a few questions and then
that's right, exactly.
Them.
Yeah.
Why does the map say we should be turning here? Oh no, there's a shortcut.
No, trust me, this downtown sketchy looking Taco Bell definitely has a polling place in it.
Now see all these trees? Now just keep walking that way and you'll find the polling place. It's really far away. There's not a parking spot near it, but just keep going.
Yeah, I this is really getting aside. It's a really great idea. It's a really good idea. Kim's we have a lady or a dude in our ward who has Alzheimer's. We have another guy who has cancer, and then a lady who's also got some late stage cancer. She's in her 80s. She can't even drive. So our goal is to go around to these people and say, I don't care who you're voting for. Let's just get in the car. We'll take you there. We'll bring you back. Like that kind of stuff. It's a catharsis, a meaningful catharsis, not just one that you just sort of say, well, I said something online. Now I feel better. It's actually, you can get some real catharsis out of it. Meaningful stuff. So regardless of who they're voting for, who cares? Like if the old guys are, I never vote anything but Republican. Fine, take them to the thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's a democracy. It has to work both ways.
It does. And you know who everybody loses when only one party works. You can't. It's not healthy. You have to have both. Do you guys? You maybe don't know this. This feels like a thing only moms talk about. But Sharon Says So is a history teacher, and she sort of started the pandemic. She's a Minnesota school teacher, and she started just doing history lessons and like really diving into stuff. It's great. People love her. She totally has the accent. Anyway, just recently she posted something about like just the health of both parties, and like that should be our goal. The goal should not be, it should, because that's not how government doesn't work with one party. It's called a dictatorship when that happens. Like it's just, I mean, no other country in the world functionally with a democracy has a two-party system. We're barely doing it because we really need more coalitions. We need more compromise. You know, that's literally how it gets done. The thing I've always found funny, can I just rant about? See, I have 30 minutes of me in this. Is that in England, in, let's see, probably Australia, I think they do it. I'm trying to remember all these different sort of, you know, the ones you can hear, these English speaking countries in their debates. They're so mean to each other. Like on the floor, they're all just like, boo. And like, you know, it gets all rowdy and crazy. And I've always thought that is so weird. And like, come on, have some decorum. And then you realize like, oh, maybe we ought to be doing that. Maybe we ought to just be getting it out in like in a setting where it's meant to be that way. It's just funny how that wasn't managed in a like a politeness way. And I feel like we're like, I don't know, the vitriol has like seeped into the soil, even though really what we need to see them is wrestling. Like you just have the two candidates wrestle.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that idea.
That'd be okay. I know who my money would be on. I won't say who, but I know who I'd vote. Who I think would win that wrestling match right now. Yeah. And it ain't. Let's just say it isn't the one with the orange paint on his collar. All right. Well, anyway.
They just have to pull a Mel Gibson and run around and let the big one tire out.
Yeah, ooh, good idea. Okay, so I have a favor. Like, all right, so after the election is over, so I'll be back that next week. No, Halloween. Are we having a show Halloween?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm planning on it.
We'll tell scary stories. Halloween. Okay, and then it's the election, and whatever that next Thursday is. I would love. Okay, let's say Donald Trump wins. Okay, let's just we might have to tell this. My dog's on one.
It's a horror story.
No, this is good for It's good for Halloween. All right, keep going. Yeah.
But it would be interesting to analyze a couple things. I currently can't speak about him. It's just not a thing I'm willing to do. But I have some thoughts, some things that have happened. Anyway, so I would love to, you know, if people, it depends on where we're at, right? But there is some interesting things that we could talk about. And one is a book I'd love everyone to read that's from the 90s. That's just like an interesting thing about men generally. And so there's this whole sort of concept of like, whenever we talk about men not doing well and struggling, there's a bit of like, well, they've been in charge for so long. And as soon as they're behind, we're now going to, you know, rally all the forces to make sure they're okay. Or incels develop because, you know, the men have nowhere to go and they feel like they're owed whatever. And so you have all these interesting dynamics going on there that I would love to for us to tackle, but I can't do it until I know who the president is.
Yeah. No, let's do it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, 100% it does. It will make it, it will frame the context of where we are.
Yeah. Yeah, it might. Oof.
Yeah, oof. Well, let's do it. Congratulations on the big long marriage. You're along with Brian and I. You're pushing the statistics in our favor as dedicated single marriage human beings. Nothing wrong with everybody else and whatever you got going on, but you know we are trying to hold up our flag over here. All right, we're doing what we can. So that's great, and have a great time. And I'm sure everything will go good with Kim there. And we'll look forward to talking to you.
Thank you for sharing her. I know that is a sacrifice and. Well, if Carter ends up in a dog cage eating cooking chocolate, we'll know.
Nobody here is worried about Carter.
Yeah, she'll be fine. You know what? She'll do great.
Carter's fine. Okay.
Yeah,
but zero people here worried about Carter.
But she,
all right.
she is.
Scott ends up in the dog kennel eating cooking
That's
chocolate.
Right. That might be where it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a great. If I can find it for the chat, I'll try to. But we have this photo that she's making this reference to of Carter in a dog kennel as a kid, eating cooking chocolate like a little fiend, little goblin.
Yeah,
on there.
I took that picture, right?
Yeah, that was you, right? I think it was you.
Because I came to check on you, knowing Kim was gone, and the fish was dead, and the house smelled terrible, and Carter was in a dog cage eating cooking chocolate.
It's amazing. And I remember the thing that impressed you the most is that when Kim found out, she wasn't mad. She was like, quickly, let's get as many pictures as you can. This is great. I wish I would have been here to see it. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't weird about it, which I feel like there was a lesson in there. Don't freak out when your kids do weird stuff.
There is, and you're fine, and it's fine. But you have factor meals, so we can all rest easy.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, let's do it. Wendi, have a fantastic trip, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.
Okay.
Tell Adam to be a good judge on election day. All right. Did you kill whatever that was? What do you got in there?
No, I missed it. Whatever it was, like a little gnat.
Little fruit fly, a little gnat.
It's October.
Yeah. Oh, fruit fly.
Fruit fly, gnat, something.
I hate fruit flies.
Got too close to my microphone, too. Sorry about that, folks.
No, it's all right. This is all right. We need to see the violent nature of these flies. Hey, I heard somebody told me once that because there's a question about where are these fruit flies coming from, and it's only around fruit. Well, it's because eggs
coming from Mexico.
Eggs
are letting them in on the borders.
But I assume the eggs are like on the fruit already. Is that the deal? How else are we getting them?
Yeah,
because they have
to. Sometimes you get bananas and they've already got tarantula eggs on them.
Shit. Is that true? I didn't know that.
Yeah. It happened it probably happened once and became like you gotta check those banana stalks because sometimes they've got tarantula eggs on them. But
I have seen strawberries with little spidery things in them. I've seen that.
Oh well, yeah. When you put them in water and was it water or was it salt water or something? Then you get the little the worms that come out.
The little weevils. Yeah. Just so y'all know, we eat bugs every day without knowing it.
We eat bugs. We eat fly parts in our ketchup. It's totally fine.
Yep. Sorry, vegans. You're eating them all day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No way around it. All right. Well, that'll do it for us. Big
My
thanks,
tuna
everybody.
contains dolphin. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Squeak, squeak. I don't squeak, do they? I don't know what I meant.
Can't do a dolphin noise. I just can't do it.
Don't forget, today, Mountain Time noon, you're going to watch Coverville over at twitch.tv/Coverville.
Katy Perry. So I Kissed a Girl, Roar, Dark Horse, E.T., Last Friday Night, Waking Up in Vegas. What else? Oh, and she does a really good cover. I'm not going to play her Hack and Sack cover, although I think it's really, really good. I've just played it on the show so much that I can't do it. But I do have a cover that I've not played, a Katy Perry covering the Beatles that I've never played on the show.
Oh, fantastic.
And she's really good. She's good. She's just got a great voice. She just knows where the camera is at all times. And she's kind of got that incessant show child aspect to her that I don't think I like very much, but
I don't like her new song at all. I will say that for the record.
I don't know if I've heard the new song.
You should check it out. It's kind of bad.
I will check it out.
Yeah. Let me know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just listening to the wrong day or something, but I really disliked it. Also today, 5 p.m., Core will be on. We got a lot to talk about, so tune in for Core, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, right here at frogpants.tv. Also, there is a TMS Friday. That's right, our return to essentially what PM was, but we're doing it in the AM. We're calling it TMS Friday, and they start tomorrow for patrons on our live Discord. If you're not a patron yet, hop in.
Oops, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to tease the fact that we are going to, each of us is going to come up with our Dream Team 7 Saturday Night Live cast members from any season, any era of the show, and compare lists. So that's one of the things we're planning on doing on tomorrow's show because of the movie Saturday Night, which I saw last night, and I'll be reviewing it tomorrow on the show as well. And hopefully Scott will get a chance to see it as well.
Yeah, hopefully. I really want to see that. I think I didn't know it was Jason Reitman.
Right.
Doing that,
Reitman
which makes sense. The family's been so tied in with those guys for so long.
It totally does. And but boy, there are times it feels like an Aaron Sorkin situation.
Really?
There's so much walking and talking. Yeah, it's a lot of long dolly shots that you don't think of as being single take or single. What do they call that? Not single take, but a single
one shot.
Yeah. But I think a lot more of them were than I realized, and And there's also there's a very interesting thing that if we were watching it at home, I would have told Tina right away, but because we're in a theater, I didn't say anything until right before the credits, and then the credits revealed something, and I'm like, I knew it.
Now I need to know.
Yeah, that won't really be a spoiler, so I'll talk about that on the show tomorrow too.
Did you yell "I knew it" in the theater? Did you?
I did not, but I told Tina, I said, before the credits rolled and we got the answer to my what I believed, I said, I really think that this and this were this, and she said, oh, and then it came up in the credits. I'm like, aha!
Yep, got him. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nice job.
We got him.
Anyway, that's tomorrow, 9 a.m., normal time for TMS. It'll just be on the Discord. And if you're a patron, you'll automatically have the right role to join us in that live stream. If not, you won't even be able to see the room. It's not even there for you. Film Sack on this weekend, on Sunday, we're going to be watching
the 1979 Salem's Lot mini-series 3-hour tour.
Yeah, we're locked in, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about it, but whatever.
I am too.
Because Sacktober goes on, whether we like it or not. That's what's happening. Play Retro is happening on Sunday after Film Sack. The reason for that is because Dunaway has a birthday thing he has to do tomorrow, so we will not be doing Play Retro on Friday. It will be Sunday this week. It's all up on the schedule. Check it out at frogpants.com/schedule. And for everything else for the show, frogpants.com/TMS. That's going to do it for us. Brian, why don't you play us out with some kind of song?
I will. And here's a person that sadly doesn't get to listen live anymore, but my gosh, we always think about her and talk about her. And she used to be a fixture in the live chat in the early days. B4 Tank Girl wrote in.
Love her.
Yeah. Trisha Tevno wrote in and said, Dearest Martha, Satan and Beelzebub, it's my birthday. I would like to request Irish Rover by Dropkick Murphys. Feeling like dancing a wee jig to celebrate being old enough to qualify for a senior discount at random restaurants. Ha, ta, ta, ta. Much love to you guys and all the guest hosts on TMS. Thanks for making life a little brighter. Tadpool for life, B4 Tank Girl.
Nice. Good to have her out there still.
Totally is. Yeah, got that. It's from a 2011 album called Going Out in Style. It's the Dropkick Murphys covering a traditional Irish song. There's so many different reports of how old this song is and when it came out, but it's about a very improbable ship that all these crew are on, called the Irish Rover. It has 23 masts, Scott. 23 masts.
That is so many masts. Yeah, it's a lot.
Most masts.
That's that's more guns than the Green Day song. Wait, what's their thing?
21 guns.
21 guns. Yeah, that's not it. It's more than that. It's impressive.
That's right. The Irish Rover, right here by Dropkick Murphys.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Then you're going to have to pay for your own bananas.
Well, that is the truth.
Gotcha there.
Yeah, if you want to